I think I need to be in the stream. Let me refresh. I think I can see myself live now. Can you hear me? Hi, Sam. Can you hear me, Sam? The last time I started a live, I'd forgotten to turn my mic on. Let me put this in full screen. It's a grey, another grey and miserable November, isn't it? November evening. So let me just see if I can get comments up. Oh, this iPad's playing silly beggars tonight. Maybe if I go smaller. Oh, loud and clear, Steph. Oh, thanks, Sam. Good. Right, I can see comments. You can hear me. That seems like a good start from where I am. So yeah, happy Monday. I'm going to do a fairly quick live tonight because Mr. G is waiting for his dinner. He's making it, but he's waiting for me so that he can eat it. So I promised him I would only demo one card or do one kind of card this evening. And I thought we'll have another play with the new Mixed Media Vibes papers by Kim Dellow, which are just totally gorgeous. And you've seen, I'm sure, several times now. This is a 6x6 pad. Beautiful kind of magenta and teals in there. With kind of imagery that matches the stamp set. So they coordinate beautifully. The A5 clear stamp set, Twin Blooms, and the A6 grungy circles background, because these, and I'm going to use the washi tape as well, I think, because I think these things kind of work really well together, and I found myself playing with them an awful lot. I'm not going to demo with the Zinsky art, the A7 stamps, because I'm at a point now I think I've only got one of a couple of the characters, so I thought probably best not to spend too much time on them this evening. But if you haven't got them yet and you are looking at getting them or thinking about getting them, then let's say a couple of the characters, I've only got one left. Let me say some hellos, because I can see you bobbing on now. I can see some names coming through. Oh, are you eating ice cream, Steph? Oh, I haven't even got to my main course yet. So hi, Steph and Caroline and Donna. Good to see you. Thank you for sharing my live from Crafting Together with All Brands, Donna, on the Pearly Winks group. That was really kind of you. Hiya, Karen. Hi, Amanda. Yes, Sam, I'm fairly sure. I think I got yours dispatched. I think I got them dispatched on Friday or Saturday. So I hope, yeah, it kicked you out. Let's see if they'll come back. Am I back? Am I back? I think it is my end, Steph. It's the the internet's been really dodgy today, and it has kicked me out a couple of times. So I'll hopefully you'll see me again. Hopefully you can see me again. Yeah, I didn't go off to just go and get an ice cream. That's quite a good idea. Yeah, so I say I'm really sorry about that. My internet has been a little bit erratic today, so if it does kick me out again, or if I do freeze again, it will probably be me. And I'll see if I can reconnect, but I'll have to get Mr. G to look into this. So I don't know where I lost you or where where I was. Mid ramble when it kicked me out. But what I was going to say is, because I forgot to do a giveaway last week when I did my last live, I'm going to give away 3 of these Zinsky World sticker books. So it's the usual kind of routine. If you can kind of like and share, if there's any way you can share it too, but in particular, leave a comment after the live video is finished. So if you come back on and leave a comment, then I will announce the winners on Friday in the Facebook group, because I've not got a YouTube live next Monday because I'm on the telly box on Create and Craft, so I won't be home to do a YouTube live. So I will remember, and hopefully if I don't remember, somebody can give me a little nudge, but I will announce the winner of 3 people to receive the sticker book on Friday, for 3 people who've left a comment after the live video is finished. So if you'd like to get your hands on that, and I know some of you have ordered it already, but it's a sticker book, so it's a consumable, isn't it? And all the sentiments that are in it, I'm fairly sure that it's never going to go amiss to have another one in your stash. So there's 3 of those up for grabs. And the other thing I forgot to say last time I was live was the winner of the Cat Capers giveaway. So the live before the last one, where we were looking at Donna's amazing Cat Capers stamps and the stencils bundle, I said I'd give one of those bundles away, and I've kept one back to one side to give. And the person that has been kind of chosen at random from the comments at the end of that video is Roxy Lee. I don't think I've seen Roxy on tonight, but I will put a message on the Facebook group. Anybody who knows her, then you can always let her know, and we'll connect up so she can get that. Yeah, Donna, that's what I think. I mean, I know the design team, and Laura will back me up on this, have like kind of struggled to use the sticker book, because I keep thinking, oh, there might be a project that they want to use one of the stickers on even more. So at least having a second one means you can be a little bit more relaxed about getting the sentiments on there and using some of the bigger sticker images. So let's say hopefully that will be useful for the 3 people that win them. So let me get on and do a bit of a demo. So I've already rambled long enough. What I thought I'd do, I've done it on a couple of cards and I'm quite liking the look, is I thought I'd do a bit of a shaped border at the bottom of my card. So I'm going to do it 10 folds, standing upright, and I'm going to use the doodly scalloped border from the Twin Blooms stamp set along the bottom. We can cut it out, and then that'll give us a bit of a fancy edge. Yeah, or a third. Yeah. Honestly, Sam, it's one of those that you can never have too many. And I do like the fact that some of the images in there are an echo of the stamps, etc., or the washi. So they're great, even just putting on the envelope or on the inside of the card to kind of extend the theme. So yeah, I don't think we'll run out of ways to use those stickers anytime soon. I'm using VersaFine Clair on this, and I'm going to just trust it's covered the whole stamp, because part of it still looks black, but it's just because I probably can't see. I probably can't see where I'm trying to get myself at the proper stamping angle without putting my head under the camera. I probably just can't see that the ink's covered it. So, and this is a really easy stamped or border stamp to line up and join together. It is all pink, that's all right. Now I could be using my Stamps by Me pink ink, but I thought I'd mix it up tonight. For those of you that do watch How to Craft Network, I'm on there tomorrow with another show using the Dreamcatchers collection. So that will be a fun show. I love doing the lives in the studio, and I think I put on the Eureka fan page the cards that I was going to demo. So if anybody wants to craft along with me, you've got a good idea of the supplies we'll be using. So let me just cut out this edge. So yeah, really, really easy. I think the nice thing about these stamps by Kim is they've got quite a thick, quite chunky line art to them. So in terms of joining things up, they're quite forgiving. I know it is a design flaw, Laura. I just couldn't afford to get them made with more pages than I've got in them already. I did initially think of just doing a sticker book just with sentiments in, and I might do one of those, because it's the sentiments that I mean, I love the imagery, because you know how much I love Eleanor's kind of fab artwork. But quite often when you're doing either a journal page or a card or something else, it's just having a quick way of adding a sentiment that I think is really, really cool. But we're already, Eleanor and I are already talking about more washi and ideas for some designs next year, so we won't have long to wait. Right, this is me just cutting out the border here. This is going to be at the bottom of the card, but could do it this. I have done cards. I think there was a sample on the counter on Wednesday on Create and Craft. You could have it as the side of the card as well, as a shaped side. It just adds a little bit of interest, doesn't it? It makes it a bit unusual. Oh, thanks, Sam, for sharing. Are you working again tomorrow, Donna? It really is a very inconvenient habit, isn't it, this working malarkey? So I'm not happy that it interferes with all of your crafting time. So I've got this here now. My card front has got a nice fancy border, and I'm going to use the gorgeous grungy circles as a background on the card front. And I've got a separate piece of card here, which will enable a cut size already, which will enable me to attach that above where the border is that I've added. And let me just do my signature thing. I'm just going around and putting a bit of ink around the edge of this card before we stamp. It's one of those things. I don't know if any of you watch Dina Wakley, because I just love her. I love her style and I love her artwork. And she quite often talks about just getting your arm and getting your hand moving when you kind of start, almost like a crafty warm-up. And I think this is one of my ways of doing a crafty warm-up, is just kind of inking around the edge of a piece of card. You're getting some colour on there, softening the edges to start with, but It just gets me started. Still be a little while till school holidays, won't it, Donna, as well? Because I presume you work term time. Are you cutting out with perfection, or I am, Amanda? Because if I am, it's very out of character. Right. So some salvage patina here, just around the edge, and I'm gonna stamp with salvage patina because I'm looking for something which is simply going to be a relatively soft background. So I don't want to use any of the more vibrant and intense ink colours for this. And also because the space that I'm going to stamp onto is bigger than the actual stamp, so I'm going to have to stamp it more than once to get a full coverage. I want it to be quite soft because this isn't like it's not a seamless pattern, so I don't want the kind of the overlap or the joins of the pattern to be too obvious. Is it already Christmas at school? I suppose it's Christmas in most places now, isn't it? My parents had just got back from Spain and they were commenting on how Christmas is everywhere. So I'm not worried about getting full coverage here either because two reasons. One is I'm going to spritz it with water so that the ink will move, and the second is it's called grungy circles, so a grungy look will be perfectly in keeping. So I've got it on a massive, I think it's a clarity stamp, a large block here. I could do it in my stamping platform, but I'm not looking for anything too perfect, and I do want to move it about, so I'll probably be able to get 2 impressions out of this in kind of one pass. So I love circles anyway. They always enhance any project, don't they? I can't remember, Donna. I've done your order today. I can't remember if you've ordered it. Oops. Let's give that a little bit more spritzing. It's watercolor card I'm on, so it'll move about nicely. But it is a very, I just love the scale of it. The fact that it's kind of that almost that bold brush strokes. Yeah, like that. So you can see I've got 2 impressions out of it there, and I'm just continuing to give it a little bit of a spritz so that that line there gets a little bit softer as we go, because it's obviously fainter on this side than it is on the other. And what I typically do is if I get to a point where I'm thinking, oh, it still looks too mismatched, then I'll give it a spritz. Have I got any of the Pearly Winks? I was going to say I could give it a spritz with salvage patina spray stain, so that will kind of blend the colour out if I want to lose the definition a little bit more. And I can, of course, give it a little bit of shimmer by spritzing it with the Pearly Winks, the pure pearl, because that will just give it a nice glow, and will help the ink move around a little bit more as well. Well, have you seen the number detail in it? Yeah, Laura. Yeah, I mean, obviously you need to be stamping it in a really good crisp ink to pick up that detail. But Kim does a lot of her artwork, and a lot of the artwork she shares with us for stamps. She does in junk journals, and quite often uses you know, old flyers and things that she paints over for her background. So you quite often get little bits peeking through that might have just been completely, you know, junk mail or some kind of text that she was working on top of. So I like the fact that that translates into the finished design as well. So I'm going to leave this for a little second just to settle and do its thing before I blitz it with the heat gun, because obviously I want to stamp on top of it, so it will need to be a bit drier. But I'm going to do a bit of paper piecing on the flowers anyway. So let's get those stamped out, so I can cut the flower heads up while my background is drying. I like the way this salvage patina's got. I don't know if it's coming up on the monitor, but it's breaking into some nice, almost like cracked pistachio greens. Now I've been very, very naughty. I'm hoping the crafting police don't know my address, because this afternoon what I've been doing when I've been using, let me show you the new, there it is, there's the new version. Here's a new stamp set. So this is a single image, and when I've been wanting to isolate either flower for a design where I only want one of them, I've been masking off. But this afternoon I just cut it up. So I can hear your gasps over the airwaves. So I've now cut it into two. And I mean, there's enough space between them to enable us to do that. Of course, you don't need to do it if you don't want to. I did initially, at one point, I was thinking of separating them out, but then I thought, actually, if you do want to use them, right. Honestly, this internet is not liking me tonight. Are you still there? Can you see me? Oh, isn't it outrageous? I think I'm back. I think, yeah, the crafting police definitely do not approve of my treatment of the stamps. They cut me off mid-flow. I'm back again. Honestly, can't get rid of me. I'll have to craft quickly, won't I? I have a nasty feeling I'm not going to make it to the end of this card. So I'm going to go for a lighter pink one. Thank you for bearing with me, guys. Oh, now am I out of focus? Oh, God. We're doomed with these lives. Is it one of those things that Laura said to do last time about putting... What did you say, Laura, you have to do to get it back in focus? Because it's in focus on my monitor here. Gee whiz. Doesn't happen in the How to Craft Network Studios, this. Let's go. Let's put some text in the background. Have I improved? Has my focus got better, Steph? I'm good. So you can see me right, Sam? I might have thrown your YouTube settings off with my dipping in and out of the live, Steph. What I'm going to do here with this, with these flower heads, is take a very quick and easy route to the paper piecing. So I'm not going to paper piece. I'm not going to cut round the lovely kind of scallopy edge. I'm just going to cut out the center of the flower, because it'll be quicker and easier to do, and we can always kind of add some color to those scallop petals directly onto the card when we stamp them on there. So there's one. I've lost one of my images there. Oh, It's just like my live yesterday. I couldn't find my stamped image for Love Nor Money. It was on the bottom of my guillotine. I've discovered later. So again, the nice thing about these centres of these flowers is they're nice, and the line work is nice and solid. So you can cut them out easily enough. And hi Adele, lovely to see you. Oh, I'm back in focus, am I? Do you know? What was I saying? Yeah, so I was saying this about these stamps yesterday when we were making masks with them for stamping. Is again, having that nice solid line means you can cut in slightly inside that line to give yourself a nice kind of well-fitting mask without worrying about losing the detail in the stamp image, and without giving yourself that kind of halo when your mask is kind of going over the edges of the stamps. Then obviously you end up with a bit of a white line around the image, which you kind of want to avoid if you can when masking. So this circly background is still damp. I can still see it being a bit wet, so I'm going to give it a quick blast with my heat gun. Well, did you always see them fuzzy, Donna? That's strange, isn't it? Oh, technology. It's a mystery to me. Absolute mystery. So we've got some nice movement on this circly background, because I'm in my head for this card. These are the clouds in the sky. It's just in my head. How long did I look for that stamp on that live yesterday, Donna? Everywhere, didn't we? We looked everywhere for it. I couldn't believe it when it kind of fell off the bottom of my paper trimmer. I must have turned the camera off. I think that will be dry enough to take the stamp image. Still quite damp. I must have really blitzed it with some actually I'm thinking it's damp, but of course I've got the Pearly Winks pearl shimmer on there. I think that's what's actually giving it a bit of making it reflective. So let's stamp out some of these flowers directly onto the card base, the card front, in black. I did two, didn't I? I did two of the big ones and one of the small ones in terms of flower heads. I think it's always nice to have kind of threes on a card. So just dropping this down. And remember, you don't need to worry too much about the centre of this flower, because we've got our paper piece bit to go over the top. And as you can see, it's having cut those flowers apart, they're still behaving themselves, operating perfectly fine. See you later, Laura. Oh God, I'm going to do a supermarket run. Oof. So this one's going to be in the centre. It's going to be the tallest one. And then we'll do another one lower down. So we've got a nice, interesting kind of eye line to work with. Yeah, I think yeah, it's definitely worth thinking about, Sam. It just gives you more options, doesn't it, really? I mean, you can put them close together, but then it also means you can put them at an angle to each other rather than always directly upright. Yeah, let me know if you cut it up. So let's have this one slightly taller again. Of course, I can't possibly condone this kind of behaviour. Right, just letting that ink settle in. That's kind of our 3 flowers. And I've left a bit more of a gap here because what I want to do along the side of the tallest one is put the sentiment from the stamp set, which is the Stand Tall. So I very deliberately wanted that to be kind of the focal point, or the tallest of the 3. Let me find an acrylic block that will work nicely with that image, that stamp. And I quite like the lettering on this one because it's not the most legible of lettering. It is quite a cursive one. So if you want to use it as literally a stem in its own right, with say, for example, some of the other flower heads, like this flower head here, then it makes a nice stem. So I wanted it to kind of be a relatively loose style. So we'll put this one here, Stand Tall. So let's add some. Remember, we've got our pink border at the bottom of the card, haven't we, that we've cut out, our scallop border. So that's going to, the pink of the flowers is going to really kind of connect those two together. And we'll stick those on. I know, no Eureka, Adele. I'm doing all of my own stunts tonight. Freestyle stamping. I'll have it in studio tomorrow. Never fear. Oh, that's the wrong one, isn't it? And one thing is I probably won't do, well, I might do actually. I was going to say I probably won't do here, but on the where I've stamped it out of the slightly stronger pink, then when I've done that on previous cards, I've kind of gone in and added some white gel pen just to bring a bit more definition back into the center of the flower. You know, we don't all have 15 Eurekas, Adele. You know, I've got my pack ready for tomorrow. Oh, I've frozen again. Gee whiz. Am I still there? I can't. I'm not moving on my camera. I've been keeping my glass mat very, very clean. Thank you very much. I've got some sprays. Oh, am I still moving? Good. I was going to use some Periwink sprays tomorrow, so I'm hoping Tony's not in studio to see the carnage that will unfold with sprays all over a mat. I've still not found a way of using sprays without making an absolute mess. So there's our three flowers. Let's just go in. I probably should have done this before I stuck down the centres. But let's just go in and add a bit of colour. I've just got a jelly roll pen here, so that will go. I mean, the background's still a little bit damp, so jelly rolls don't normally like any kind of moisture, do they? So if they don't play ball, I might have to add the petal details separately once it's dried. I was thinking of going in this goldy yellow colour. Let's see. Oh, yeah. The nice thing about jelly rolls is they give you a good degree of coverage and opacity. So even though we've put the flowers over a stamped background, you get a reasonable degree of coverage with a jelly roll, or some kind of, or like an acrylic, a paint pen or something like that is quite opaque. Yeah, I've got a plastic kind of shallow box for spraying into Adele, but even then there's no guarantees that it will stay where it should. Yeah, I think that's it. You can see that, can't you? You can see the I'm doing it very quickly. And you can still see a little bit of the salvage patina underneath the yellow, so that's quite a nice effect. I was saying Adele and Jane and anybody else who's joined us a bit later in the live, that I'm going to give away 3 of the new Zinsky World sticker books to anyone who likes, and if you can share, do. But also, obviously, leave a comment after the live feed has finished. Then on Friday on my Facebook group, I'm going to announce who's going to get a sticker book. Some of you, that might be an extra sticker book if you've got one already. And also, I haven't seen Roxy Lee on the live tonight commenting, but she is the winner of the Cat Capers stamps, stencils, etc. So, and washi. So I'll message her on Facebook. But if anybody sees her virtually between now and then, let her know. Let her know I'm hunting her down. So yeah, yes, I like that. Just having that nice goldeny yellow around the edges. So it's quite a mixed media looking card, isn't it? So what I would do, I'm looking for the thicker one. What I would do, not so much with these two because they're quite. I've got the kind of paler bits of the paper, but in terms of this darker one here, if you want to just add, this is a white jelly roll pen. You can just bring some of the detail back out. So it's about custom. So although you've stamped onto pattern papers, you can customize the stamped image and still kind of bring different colors back into it. There's trouble brewing. Yeah, it's a dirty kitchen roll, Donna. It wasn't from the project. Now I could have paper pieced the leaf. Oh dear me. Right, I'm back again, I think, and I'm nearly done. Can you see me? I'm out of focus on my own monitor now. Can you see me again? Dear me, it's been the glitchiest live ever. So yeah, it still feels like it needs something, but I'm trying to work out what it is that it needs. I don't know whether there's something from our sticker book that can. So I mean, if I paper piece the leaves, that will give us another bit of definition against the swirly background. But is there some? I've got Stand Tall anyway already, almost as a bit of a sentiment. So I'm just flicking through the stickers. I'm wondering whether there's a little bird somewhere that I could pop in. There's butterflies. I could add a butterfly. So it's not very interesting, is it? Watching somebody stick flick through a sticker book. Well, I could have one of these cute little fairies. They're fun. They're so fun. So yeah. So I'm going with one of the kind of Zinsky characters. Let's see. So I could have. I think that's quite cute, don't you? I could have that, or have I already used the bee? Right, voting time. Either I could use my cute, kind of slightly wacky fairy, or I could use the bee with a little crown. I think I'm going bee. I think I'm going to go bee. That's what sticker books are just so fab for, though, isn't it? Just those little finishing embellishments that just will give you a little touch at the end. I'm still flicking through the sentiments, thinking, should I put some more words on? I thought there was a hello. I could have make a wish. Do you know what? I'll have happy days, because it is quite a fun card. So we've got happy days in the corner. It was the bee. You all agreed with the bee, did you? Oh, that's good. Now look, everyone, I'm gonna cut and run, because I'm just worried it's gonna glitch on me again. But that's the card that we got made there. So we've got our washi tape. There's a nice kind of little detail inside, but as a contrast as well to our scallops. So we've got our border stamp. We've got these 3 quirky blooms. We've got a little Zinsky bee in there, and of course the word Stand Tall. And I will probably just add paper piece leaves in. Might add a few splatters, and this has got some nice shimmer as well from the pearly winks that probably isn't showing up here. But yeah, I agree, Caroline. There's something. They're almost like the kind of slightly stylized roses from the Rennie McIntosh style. But yeah, fingers crossed you enjoy that. Remember to leave a comment after the live's finished, and I will certainly be sending out some sticker books. And hopefully, those of you that are around can watch me live tomorrow at How to Craft Network at 3 o'clock, or watch me back. And it'll be dream catchers tomorrow. So thank you for sticking with me through my many frozen glitches, and I shall see you again very soon. If I can work out how to turn this off now, I shall say goodbye.